Okay. Hello, this is my first BJD video. I mentioned it in my last video, at the end of my last video, that this was what I was planning to do. I'm going to do prompt 1 introductions. Hello, I am Ahsoka, and on LiveJournal I go by Jedi for Hire, I go by Jasper and some other forums, and I go by Starneko on DeviantArt. The DeviantArt, and here is where I've done more of my doll stuff. I am on Tumblr as Starneko also, but that's more like anime and my other obsessions. Um, this is my ball jointed doll. This is my first doll. And my only doll right now. I bought him in January from I bought him on eBay. He was a year old as of the point I bought him. He's a Doll Family H MSD ZhaoYu, which I don't know if I'm really pronouncing that right, but I'll put the link in descriptions and stuff for him and stuff. He is 44 inches. Well, sorry, my bad. 44 centimeters. You'll have to excuse me. I go by inches every single day and everything else. And then now I have to switch to centimeters. This is a very hard switch for me. But yeah, he's about 44 centimeters. His name is Ari. I have, the clothes that he is wearing, I actually made. That was a interesting and new, fun experiment in torture, to the little openings for the sleeves and the armholes and the head holes and all of that stuff I had never done before. Like, I make purses, I've done quilts, and I've done toddler clothes. I've even done cosplay things for me, but that is a completely different scale than making clothes for him. So, but it's not enough to make me, quit doing that. So yeah, this is really honestly the reason why I decided to go into this hobby too. Now, the first ball jointed doll that I ever saw, actually physically saw, was last year at an anime convention in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. It was called Yamacon. There was a booth there, Sweet Fancy Cuteness. She has an Etsy store. She sells jewelry and stuff, but she had a girl SD 1/3 SD doll that she had bought secondhand, and she's absolutely gorgeous doll. And it also, blew my mind how big that doll was. And I had decided at that point I'd really, I've got a pretty much stable job. I can actually afford to get into this hobby slowly. So I had decided at that point to make my purchase. Now, that's not the first time I actually was introduced to ball jointed dolls. I think 2008, 2007, my LiveJournal, one of the ladies that I follow on LiveJournal, she's a slash writer. She has ball jointed dolls, and she does post on her LiveJournal lots of pictures, and basically her doll stories and her progress. And she basically really inspired me to look into the hobby. Of course, actually, like I said, actually seeing the doll itself is when I made my leap. So that was October when I actually saw the doll. I started researching in December, and like I said, made my first purchase in mid-January. At the time that I was doing the research, I had Ari in mind because he's a character that I had always had in some of my own personal stories and stuff. And at that point, at the point of purchasing, I had pretty much decided I'm definitely getting more dolls. As of right now, I have 2 more characters that I established OCs that I am going to buy dolls for and dress up. And as of right now, I'm still kind of fleshing out Ari's look and stuff like that. But I did go ahead and purchase another doll, which the reason why I purchased this doll was because I kept going back to the doll. It's one of those, when I was looking at different dolls and stuff, it was one of those, like, this doll does not fit what I'm going for, my aim and stuff. But I could not walk away from this doll. It was a Doll Zone Miss Kitty, and I ordered her, and when I got my tax return in the middle of this month, well, beginning of this month, so I'm looking to probably get her in the beginning of April. I'm hoping, if she stays on time, maybe closer to the end. I don't know. I know sometimes it's never an exact science on waiting and stuff, because I was told when I purchased her that there is, at this point, possibly 70 days between order to delivery time on her, simply because Doll Zone is backed up. So that's a little over 3 months, actually. The reason why, like I said, I was looking at her at the same time I ended up purchasing him. The reason why I went ahead and gone secondhand with him, of course, it's a lower cost because he came with his face up and stuff. And I don't have to wait. You know, I don't like waiting is the sad part. And that is really, you know, something this hobby is really going to break me of. But, so this gave me something to play with, to work with, to, you know, focus on while I wait for the other doll. Okay? So, Miss Kitty, you know, you can't find her secondhand anywhere. She is a pretty new doll and stuff. So I'm really excited to get her because I saw a box opening on YouTube where somebody else had gotten her. And I've seen a couple of pictures of her on Google, but I have no clue what I'm going to do with her. Like I said, right now I'm just going to go ahead and focus on Ari and flesh out his character because I know what he's supposed to look like and who he's supposed to be, and he's just not there yet. Like, I'm just not satisfied with what I've got so far. After him, see, when I get Miss Kitty, I don't even know what I'm going to name her. That's still just the doll's model name. I'm not going to leave that as her name. But I know after her, my next doll, I have been looking at different dolls. I know the next character that I'm looking for, his name is Show. He is the, like, where Ari is very more of a feminine male. He is a little bit more masculine. Both of them are about the same age, that type of thing, young. So I'm still kind of looking for a sculpt that is, like, not, because I don't want the extreme masculine male sculpt, but because I want to stay with the MSD style, I don't want the extreme girlish feminine look either. So like a nice middle ground. This has been an interesting hobby to get into so far. It's logistically harder than I thought. And then also looking at, you know, everybody else looking at me, because I've told my family and friends, my cousin thinks I'm nuts, but she never liked playing with Barbie dolls. Most of them like, yeah, okay, and go on. This is not something that you have a community nearby. All your community is online based. So, and that's basically why I'm doing this video, is because all my community that I have found online, you know, is through YouTube videos more than anything, and DeviantArt groups and stuff. But I'm kind of a lurker when it comes to that, so I figured this is my best introduction to YouTube. I'm hoping to get comments from a few of the people that I have seen. If not, I understand. That's not always possible. Um, well, if you've got any questions, just leave me some questions, and I hope to do a few more prompts. Thank you. Have a good day.